The movie kicks off with a wild night between the famous million-view female blogger Wen Yan and Ding Zhao, the young master of the Luzhou Corporation. Tipsy and completely caught up in their feelings, they got lost in sweet kisses and an irresistible, crazy passion. That same night, a button with a hidden camera accidentally dropped to the floor without anyone noticing. It all started 3 hours earlier when Wen Yan successfully snuck into Luzhou Corporation's party. Her goal was to find proof of the company as illegal fundraising to create a viral hit that would make her the biggest blogger out there. Right then, Ding Zhao showed up. After years of training overseas, he officially came back to take over as the CEO of the Luzhou Corporation. Seeing him, Wen Yan instantly felt like her target might have changed. Right after that, Xu Lin walked up, called her by the name cdrama, and told her to go pour a drink for Ding Zhao. Realizing this was her chance, Wen Yan flashed a winning smile. The next morning, waking up totally naked next to Ding Zhao, Wen Yan realized the 2 glasses of wine Xu Lin gave her last night were spiked. Freaking out, she rushed to find her camera button, but Ding Zhao had already picked it up. Seeing the hidden recording device behind the button, he immediately suspected this was a setup by Xu Lin to drug him, create a scandal, and leak it to the public. Without hesitation, he crushed the camera right then and there. Wen Yan quickly denied it, saying she had no idea who Xu Lin was. Right at that moment, she got a call asking her to go to the basement to move her yellow scooter. As soon as she got down there, a girl with the exact same face, cdrama, suddenly drove a car straight at her. When she woke up, Wen Yan found herself at the Lu family home. Looking at the family photo hanging in the house, she finally understood that the person who knocked her out was cdrama. From there, Wen Yan suddenly realized Xu Lin's real motive. She spiked the drinks, wanting to create a cheating scandal between the brother-in-law and sister-in-law to protect her own son. Just then, Wen Yan accidentally overheard a conversation between Xu Lin and Ding Zhao. As soon as she saw her, Xu Lin grabbed her, forcing her to explain to Ding Zhao that she didn't spike the drinks. Wen Yan now understood she had been mistaken for the Lu family as daughter-in-law, forced to call Ding Zhao big brother. But when he turned around, they both froze, realizing the person they slept with last night was supposed to be their in-name sister-in-law. Standing deep in thought by himself, Ding Zhao couldn't believe Xu Lin would use any dirty trick possible for her son. Right then, he got news that his younger brother had embezzled the Luzhou Corporation's raised funds for personal gain. The next morning, Wen Yan headed back to her studio. Xiaoqing happily reported that her video exposing the tutoring scandal at the beer club got a massive amount of views and shares. The monthly KPI was crushed once again. At the same time, she heard that the club owner, Fan, was so mad he completely hit the roof. Right after that, Wen Yan went to a bar to meet her whistleblower because the guy said he knew the inside scoop on the Luzhou Corporation. But as soon as she got there, she bumped into Ding Zhao. Seeing her show up, he immediately held her back, suspecting she was stalking him. Not backing down, Wen Yan claimed she got there first, and even mocked him for coming there to meet a girl. Ding Zhao coldly said he had an appointment, and Wen Yan also insisted she was there for work. When Ding Zhao heard Wen Yan say she was only into news that was explosive, dramatic, and deep, he took it the wrong way, thought she had no shame, and immediately walked away to the restroom. In there, he called a subordinate to send him Wen Yan's phone number. Once he got her number, Ding Zhao called to scold her for being late, even threatening to cancel the contract. Wen Yan fired back, saying he was obviously the one who stood her up, and now he was starting drama. And right at that exact moment, Ding Zhao found out that cdrama was actually Wen Yan. Ding Zhao suspiciously asked Wen Yan if she was really the blogger Can. She instantly showed him her Weibo account. That was when he finally believed everything she said earlier was true. Ding Zhao was surprised that Jian Chuan and Xu Lin would let their daughter-in-law be an exposed blogger. Wen Yan quickly defended her job and suggested they keep each other as secrets. She wouldn't talk about him planning to expose Xu Lin, and he couldn't leak her job. Ding Zhao then agreed. When heading back to his car, Ding Zhao casually watched Wen Yan's exposed videos and cracked up because they were so fun. Meanwhile, as she was getting ready to go home, Wen Yan accidentally caught Roger Xiao sneaking around with a new lover, so she instantly whipped out her phone to record it. What shocked her the most was that the guy was actually Ding Yu, the husband of cdrama, the woman she was pretending to be. Xiao even whined, telling him not to touch his wife at home. Wen Yan couldn't believe she knew damn well she was the side chick, but still shamelessly crashed someone else's marriage. Just then, Ding Yu promised that in a few days, he would throw the divorce papers right in cdrama's face, kick her out of the Lu family, and marry Xiao. Unable to listen anymore, Wen Yan stepped right out and caught them red-handed on the spot, straight up trashing Xiao for being a homewrecker. Ding Yu got pissed and demanded she apologize, but Wen Yan clapped back, asking if a scummy couple like them even had the right to ask for an apology. With his ego bruised, Ding Yu immediately started cussing her out, making Wen Yan so mad she was about to throw hands, but right then Ding Zhao showed up. He coldly reminded his little brother that fooling around right outside the Lu family's door was like smearing dirt on the family's face. Ding Yu stubbornly talked back, saying he was just his older brother, not his dad, which made Wen Yan standing nearby crack up at how stupid that was. Ding Jiao went on to warn him that a player like him could easily get exposed by bloggers online, then turned to ask his sister-in-law for her take. Wen Yan played along instantly, saying that lately, bloggers absolutely love exposing side chicks and trashy men. Xiao Qiao got mad and whipped out a black card to flex, claiming that the one who ISNT loved is the real side chick. But Wen Yan snatched the card right back and declared it was her and her husband as shared property. Not only that, she casually confiscated Ding Yu's car keys, then told them both to get lost and stop embarrassing themselves here. The next morning, Wen Yan straight up drove Ding Yu's car to the studio. Xiao Qing reported that the cash from the mystery client regarding Lian Exine Island had been transferred. At the same time, after the crash at the hotel, Ji Air vanished without a trace, but security cams showed she was still in Liancheng. What's weirder is that Ji Air's secret fund only had money going in for years, but now a massive chunk of money was suddenly wired out. Hearing this, Wen Yan started wondering why Ji Air seemed to know ahead of time that someone looking exactly like her would show up at the scene. But when she found out the money came from Ji Air's account, she instantly realized the person who hired her to investigate the illegal fundraising on Lian Exine Island was actually her. Right after that, Wen Yan grabbed the black card she just confiscated and took Xiao Qing out to hit the club and party hard. In the room next door, Ding Jiao was talking business with his team, confirming that the core business was still in Jian Chuan's hands, so they had to keep working their plan in secret to slowly grab the real power. After the chat, he decided to check out the bar they just bought, and suddenly spotted Wen Yan dancing like crazy inside. Right then, a whole squad of male escorts started rolling in. The manager mistakenly thought Ding Jiao was one of the guys called in to serve, so he slapped a mask on him and shoved him straight into Wen Yan's room. Inside, Wen Yan and Xiao Qing were having a blast, watching each guy step up to introduce himself and laughing nonstop. As for Ding Jiao, he could only stand there watching the male escorts dance around, having zero clue what was going on. Finally, it was his turn to step up and introduce himself, and he just coldly said his name was Xiao Ding, and he didn't have any special talents. Seeing Xiao Ding look so shy, Wen Yan found him even more interesting. Right after that, she pulled the whole crew of male escorts over to dance and have fun with her. Meanwhile, Ding Jiao just quietly sat down on the couch to watch. Just then, seeing Wen Yan walk over and sit next to him, Ding Jiao immediately wanted to get up and leave. But when she stumbled and was about to fall, his reflexes kicked in and he rushed to catch her. At this point, Wen Yan noticed the unique necklace he was wearing and got super curious, wanting to check it out no matter what. But Ding Jiao stopped her right away and even threatened to tell her husband. Right after that, she even tried to take his mask off to see his real face. But right at that moment, the whole bar suddenly lost power. Even so, when heading home completely wasted, Wen Yan was still super thrilled. Meanwhile, inside the bar, Ding Jiao instantly called his staff and ordered them to cancel the entire male escort service. Turns out, he was the one who gave the order to cut the power and shut the place down earlier. The next morning, Xiao Qing told Wen Yan that the guys from last night were actually all male escorts. Hearing that, she got furious and wanted to report them, but Xiao Qing let her know the club fired all the escorts overnight. Wen Yan thought to herself, even though Jier set her up to get into the Lu family, the Lian Exine Island project definitely had something shady going on, so she still needed to keep getting close to Ding Jiao. When walking out, she saw Ding Jiao chilling in the pool, so she instantly tiptoed over to sneak a peek at his laptop. But Ding Jiao had already controlled his laptop from afar and turned off the screen. After that, he threw on a bathrobe and walked up, purposely bringing up how he heard the Lu family, a second young lady, gathered a whole harem at the club last night. A totally epic scene. Wen Yan instantly played dumb and said, "You must have seen wrong." Then she used the excuse that since she married into the Lu family, she needed to know about the company's projects to fish for info on Lian Exine Island. But Ding Jiao figured that if he leaked this to her, sooner or later all of Lu Zhou's secrets would be blasted all over the internet. Wen Yan quickly defended herself, saying she was part of the Lu family now, so how could she ever hurt the family? However, Ding Jiao brought up that he just saw her snooping through his laptop with his own eyes. Wen Yan could only awkwardly laugh and try to change the subject, but as she backed up, she almost fell into the pool. Good thing Ding Jiao grabbed her right in time. In that split second, Wen Yan suddenly noticed his necklace, which looked exactly like Xiao Ding's chain from last night. She instantly asked him where he went and what he did last night, but Ding Jiao didn't answer and just coldly took his laptop back to his room. Wen Yan thought to herself, maybe that necklace was the key to controlling the laptop. So that night, she sneaked into Ding Jiao's room to look for it, but she didn't see him wearing it, so she started digging through everything. Just then, she suddenly noticed Ding Jiao was having a nightmare, constantly talking in his sleep. It turns out that when he was little, coming home from school, Ding Jiao saw his mom jump off a building to commit suicide with his own eyes. Seeing him in so much pain, Wen Yan suddenly noticed his phone nearby. Curious, she opened it up and found out he was actually watching her exposed videos again. But when she was about to keep watching, the phone suddenly died and shut down. As she was about to plug it in, Wen Yan realized Ding Jiao's whole body was burning up and uncomfortable, so she hurried to get a cold towel to cool him down. In his fever dream, Ding Jiao kept mumbling that he met a girl who looked a lot like his mom. Hearing that, Wen Yan instantly assumed the person he was talking about was her. The next morning when he woke up, Ding Jiao found Wen Yan passed out sleeping on him. Wen Yan also woke up startled, rushing to explain that he had a fever last night, so she stayed to take care of him. But Ding Jiao suspiciously asked why she came into his room in the first place. Did she know he was going to get a fever ahead of time? Hearing that, Wen Yan could only make excuses, saying so what if she guessed it. Just then, Wen Yan heard Ding Yu's voice, so she quickly hid behind the curtains. The second he walked in, Ding Yu questioned what gave Ding Jiao the right to check his mom's books. But Ding Jiao coldly said he was the CEO, checking the books was his job, and besides, if Xu Lin was doing business cleanly, she had nothing to fear. Unable to argue back, Ding Yu could only walk away pissed off. Hearing the whole thing, Wen Yan immediately asked, "Is this what you were going to expose Xu Lin for last time?" Right after that, at the company, the fact that Xu Lin secretly wired company cash to her younger brother, Wang Zhu, got exposed in front of all the shareholders. But Xu Lin still arrogantly claimed that as the vice president, she had the right to move funds around. Ding Jiao instantly fired back, saying moving capital was no small deal and any embezzlement of company money wouldn't be tolerated. Xu Lin then used her status as Jian Chuan as official wife to pressure him, but Ding Jiao didn't back down at all, straight up demanding they take back the 50 million in company funds and suspend her from her position. Hearing that, all the shareholders raised their hands in favor, making Xu Lin walk out fuming. When he got back to his office, Ding Jiao asked his assistant, Jiang, to put together a shareholder list for him. But Assistant Jiang reported that a bunch of rumors smearing his mom suddenly popped up online, and all the IP addresses were hidden. Reading those insults, Ding Jiao got so mad his eyes turned red. On her end, Wen Yan also saw the news about Ding Jiao's mom, so she couldn't help but be curious about who she really was. Ding Jiao went home raging mad after hearing Xu Lin insult his mom, claiming she was a side chick who embezzled money and then killed herself. He immediately snapped back, confirming his mom was the Liu family's original wife, and that Xu Lin was the actual homewrecker and the real embezzler. Ding Jiao also stressed that the Liu family only got to where they are today thanks to his mom's side of the family. Just when the tension hit its peak, Jian Chuan showed up and yelled at Xu Lin to shut her mouth. Then he turned to advise Ding Jiao to stop arguing with a woman so they wouldn't get laughed at by others. Right after that, Jian Chuan ordered Xu Lin to take down all the articles, lock herself up to reflect for 3 days, and stay out of company business. When Ding Jiao demanded Xu Lin kneel in front of his mom's grave to apologize, Jian Chuan used the excuse that the Lian Exine Island project was at a crucial point and told him to drop it. Ding Jiao could only swallow his anger and keep it inside. Right then, he suddenly saw Wen Yan hosting a live stream to clear his mom's name. Live on stream, Wen Yan dropped proof showing that less than a month after Lan Exine passed away, Jian Chuan brought Xu Lin and her elementary school-age son back home. Watching that live stream, Xu Lin got insanely furious, while Ding Jiao couldn't help but wonder why Wen Yan stepped up to help him. When night fell, Wen Yan and Xiao Qing hit the bar to celebrate her account reaching 10 million followers. Right at that moment, Ding Jiao tracked her location and showed up to see her. As soon as she saw him, Wen Yan immediately pulled him up to dance with her. Since Ding Jiao had no idea how to dance, she took his hand and taught him every move herself. The two of them laughed and played around amidst the loud, buzzing music. After letting off some steam, Ding Jiao finally asked why she was helping him. But Wen Yan just softly said that she simply didn't like Xu Lin. Right then, Ding Jiao suddenly spotted Ding Yu and Xiao Qiao showing up at the bar, so he grabbed Wen Yan's hand and left immediately. The two of them ran hand in hand down a long road in the middle of the night. Wen Yan burst out laughing because the feeling was just like running away from a wedding. Ding Jiao casually replied that if they were going to run away, they did need to have a wedding first. In that heat of the moment feeling, Wen Yan instinctively leaned in to kiss Ding Jiao. Ding Jiao immediately dodged her and reminded her that his brother was still at home waiting for her. But Wen Yan nonchalantly said that right now, Ding Yu was probably busy fooling around with some girl he met online. Hearing that, Ding Jiao seriously stated that even if others weren't faithful, they couldn't be like that. Because the thing he hates most in life is cheating and side chicks. Hearing those words, Wen Yan just gave a faint smile and turned to leave. After all, she wasn't actually his sister-in-law. Back in her room, Wen Yan didn't know if Ding Jiao was testing her or if he actually had feelings for her. The next morning, Wang Zhu came rushing in to tell Xu Lin that the Lian Exine Island project was in trouble because a major foreign investor suddenly pulled their capital, causing a crowd of small-time investors to cause a scene. But Xu Lin didn't panic at all. She even thought it was a great opportunity. She immediately told her brother to stir up the small investors, while she would shift all the trouble onto Ding Jiao to see how he'd handle it. Right after that, a mob of investors stormed the Liu house, making a huge scene, claiming the Lian Exine Island project was a financial fraud and demanding their principal and interest back. Xu Lin immediately washed her hands of the responsibility, and called Ding Jiao out to deal with it. As soon as they saw him, the crowd started shouting for their money. Just then, Jianchuan stepped out and claimed the Lian Xian Island project was completely legal, but the investors still didn't believe him. They even threatened to take legal action if they didn't get a proper explanation. Ding Jiao calmly said that he had gotten in touch with Mr. Xiaoding, and the other party had already sent an email response. In the letter, Mr. Xiaoding stated that he had pulled his investment out of disappointment because someone had embezzled the funds, but if the corporation showed enough sincerity, he would continue the partnership. Learning this, Jianchuan immediately stripped Xu Lin and Wang Zhu of all their positions and handed full control of the project to Ding Jiao. Hearing that, the investors slowly backed off. Watching everything from a corner, Wen Yan went over to ask Bai why he was involved in the Lian Xian Island project. Bai said he was just doing someone a favor. He also revealed that after helping Wen Yan investigate the scandal at the beer club last time, he found out those romance scams were actually caused by Yifan's partner, not Yifan himself. Since the beer club was shut down, he wanted to go to Lian Xian Island to get his money back. Afterward, Bai curiously asked why Wen Yan was at the Lu house, and she just smiled and replied that she was undercover. On the other side, Jier was sent by Ding Yu to go get medicine. Ding Jiao saw this and asked if Yifan was giving her a hard time, but Jier acted like she didn't know the guy at all, which left him confused. Right at that moment, Ding Jiao saw Wen Yan running around in the yard, making him even more bewildered, because clearly, he had just seen her upstairs. In the room, Wen Yan was shocked the moment Jier appeared. Jier then told her the whole truth. She lived at the Lu house, like nothing more than a decoration, a place for others to vent their anger, and a tool to maintain the marriage between the two families. The fact that they both had identical faces was her chance to escape that cage. Jier also revealed that she had accidentally run into Wen Yan once, then secretly followed her and learned about her job, never imagining she would be so talented. Just then, Ding Jiao walked over to knock on the door and accidentally overheard the whole truth. He now knew there was someone who looked exactly like Jier, and that she had hired Wen Yan to pose as her to investigate the secrets of the Lian Xian Island project. When Wen Yan and Jier walked out together, Ding Jiao saw with his own eyes that the two of them looked incredibly alike. Just as Wen Yan heard Ding Yu calling and was about to go down, she suddenly felt someone hiding behind the wall. As she stepped forward to check, she was suddenly pulled hard into Ding Jiao's arms and pinned against the wall. He asked if she had fun playing him like a fiddle. Although she was scared that he had discovered her secret, Wen Yan kept pretending she didn't know what he was talking about. Downstairs, Ding Yu kept calling, making Wen Yan want to escape Ding Jiao's grip quickly, but he suddenly leaned down and kissed her forcefully. Faced with that intense kiss, Wen Yan completely lost control of her emotions and slowly sank into his sweetness. Just as Ding Yu came up to look for her, Ding Jiao immediately pulled her into the elevator and coldly said that he didn't like hearing her call Ding Yu husband. Seeing his jealous look, Wen Yan couldn't help but smile before quickly running off. When he saw Wen Yan returning with a guilty look, Ding Yu immediately suspected she had been sneaking around behind his back. He even scolded her, saying she was all grown up but still as greedy for food as a child. Hearing that, Wen Yan just tried to hold back her laughter and made an excuse to visit her mother-in-law to avoid him. That night, lying in her room, Wen Yan couldn't sleep at all. In her head, she kept replaying the kiss between her and Ding Jiao from that morning. She realized that every time Ding Jiao kissed her, she never actually tried to pull away. Thinking about that, Wen Yan's face instinctively turned red as she realized she actually liked him. It turned out that by leading people to cause trouble was all set up by Ding Jiao. The goal was to force Xu Lin and her brother to leave Luzhou so he could easily take power over Lian Xian Island. And Ding Jiao's true identity was slowly being revealed. He was actually Xiaoding, the crypto mogul who became a billionaire at the age of 20. Previously, in order to return to the country, Ding Jiao had used the identity of Xiaoding to invest a massive amount of money into Lian Xian Island. When news broke that Xiaoding wanted to withdraw his capital, a lawyer advised Jianchuan to find an immediate family member to take legal responsibility to avoid affecting the corporation. That was why Jianchuan called Ding Jiao back to the country. Everything from start to finish was actually part of Ding Jiao's plan. After 10 years of staying low and enduring, he now decided to officially enter the game, personally overthrew everything belonging to Jianchuan, and made those who caused his mother's death pay the price. Bai then reminded him that the next step was to use the Lian Xian Island project to keep making moves, but Ding Jiao asked whether Bai actually knew Wen Yan or Jier. Bai immediately explained that Wen Yan had no bad intentions. Hearing that, Ding Jiao just coldly said, "As long as she doesn't get in the way of the plan, I won't touch her." Bai also promised not to reveal this to Wen Yan, because 2 years ago, right after he got out of prison, it was Ding Jiao who gave him a chance to start over. Through Bai, Ding Jiao learned that Wen Yan had been an orphan since she was a child and grew up in an orphanage. 2 years ago, when Bai was wrongly imprisoned, it was Wen Yan who risked everything to find the evidence to clear his name. Right then, Wen Yan was walking up the stairs, lost in thought, and accidentally slammed into Ding Jiao. He immediately teased her, saying she was grown up but still didn't know how to look where she was going, let alone give way to others. Hearing that, Wen Yan stepped aside to let him pass, then quickly ran back to her room. She understood Ding Zhao's moody personality less, unless he had clearly just kissed her forcefully before, yet now he was acting as cold as if nothing had ever happened. Not wanting to overthink it, Wen Yan continued looking at the documents and became more certain that there was a much bigger secret behind the Lian Exine Island project. When she remembered that the necklace was Ding Zhao's electronic key, Wen Yan immediately thought this was her chance to find the original documents. So she brought a bowl of soothing soup to his room, using the excuse of apologizing for earlier. As soon as Ding Zhao agreed to drink it, Wen Yan proactively fed him but intentionally spilled the medicine on him to take the opportunity to steal the chain. But Ding Zhao quickly caught on to her plan and immediately pulled her hard into his arms. But right after that, Ding Zhao pulled out his real necklace, making Wen Yan realize the chain she had just stolen was a fake. Ding Zhao looked at her meaningfully and said, "Your actions make me wonder if you're actually Ji Heir or not." He even pointedly asked if she was feeling him up or if she mistook him for Ding Yu, but added that if she wanted to see him as her husband, he wouldn't mind. Saying that, he leaned down as if to kiss her, making Wen Yan blush and run away immediately. The next morning, Wen Yan went to see Yifan to ask about the investment in Lian Exine Island. As soon as he saw her, Yifan realized that the person hiding in the Lu family was her. Wen Yan didn't deny it and proactively suggested they set aside their grudge for now. She promised to help him get back all the money he invested in Lian Exine Island. In return, he had to cooperate with her. Also, once everything was over, she would help him find out the truth about the beer club incident. Hearing that, Yifan finally agreed. Then, he told Wen Yan that Lian Exine Island was originally just a small island near the mainland. In 2015, Yu Chang from the Lin Hai group set foot on the island, using sweet talk to persuade the residents to contribute their land as shares with the promise that they would all get rich together. He even pledged that the islanders would not only get free housing but also construction jobs and long-term dividends. The village had believed him completely and stepped up to persuade all the islanders to sign the contracts. But after getting the land, Yu Chang sold most of his shares to Jian Xuan because he didn't have enough money to continue the project. From then on, Lian Exine Island became a gold mine in Jian Xuan's hands. Wen Yan immediately went to Lian Exine Island for a field investigation. There, she discovered that the Luzhou Corporation was intentionally splitting the reclamation projects into small pieces to avoid government approval. This was an extremely serious violation. That evening, when she returned to the studio, Wen Yan learned that Andy Hui was actually also from Lian Exine Island. She said that back then, Yu Chang went to the island and took an interest in the village head's daughter. He used the guise of a joint development project to lure the villagers into giving up their land. He promised free new houses, construction wages, and long-term profits. Believing his words, the village head tried his best to persuade everyone to sign the contracts, but in the end, it was all just a scam. After getting the land, Yu Chang immediately sold most of the shares to Jian Xuan. As for Jian Xuan, after taking over the project, he kept making excuses to delay construction, with the sole purpose of waiting for land prices to skyrocket. The people of Lian Exine Island were tricked into signing 50-year contracts. In the end, they had no money and couldn't get their land back. The village head was so heartbroken for the villagers that he chose to take his own life. Andy Hui choked up, not understanding why good people are always trampled on while the bad ones live more and more comfortably. Hearing those stories, Wen Yan felt even more outraged. She declared that those people would definitely have to pay. Faced with the injustice the people of Lian Exine Island had to suffer, Wen Yan also secretly vowed to expose all their crimes to the world. After finding out the whole truth about Heart Island, Wen Yan stayed up for several nights in a row to search for info online and put the evidence together. She worked straight through until morning without taking a break. When she was about to post the exposé, Wen Yan briefly thought about whether she should let Ding Xiao know. But then she told herself she was just doing the right thing. So why should she be afraid of him? With that thought, she immediately posted all the evidence online. Lu Jian was totally shocked to find out that Ding Xiao had successfully convinced the small investors not to pull their money out. But when he heard his son was voluntarily paying them back, he flew into a rage because the company's cash flow would be drained dry. He even regretted letting Ding Xiao handle the situation. Just then, Su Lin rushed in to report that Heart Island had been sealed off. Right after Jin Shan's video went viral, a ton of news articles started reporting on the project being under investigation, which surprised Wen Yan just as much. Meanwhile, Ding Xiao found out that Wen Yan was the one behind the whistleblowing, and he was stunned. At the same time, Lin Chang stormed in to confront Lu Jian about Heart Island being shut down. Lu Jian immediately told Su Lin and Ding Xiao to step outside and started arguing with him. Lin Chang angrily asked if Lu Jian was the one who brought Jin Shan into this, but Lu Jian claimed Lin Chang was just trying to shift the blame onto him. The more Lin Chang thought about it, the angrier he got at Jin Shan. He swore to find that person and tear them to pieces to vent his anger. He even threatened Lu Jian, saying the land on Heart Island was originally his, and that the current construction and permits all had issues. He warned that if Lu Jian pushed him too far, he'd de-expose everything. As soon as Wen Yan got home, Auntie Hui panicked and told her to run because Lin Chong had brought his men over. But Wen Yan calmly told Auntie Hui that he couldn't do anything to her. Then, she put on a mask and walked into her studio. Inside, Lin Chong's men had completely trashed the place. The moment he saw Wen Yan, he demanded to know if she was the one spreading lies. But Wen Yan bluntly called out all his crimes over the years on Hard Island, from scamming money and land to playing with people's feelings and pushing locals to the edge. She even said that everyone he had ever hurt was watching him pay the price now. She didn't stop there. Wen Yan criticized him for even using his own daughter as a pawn for an arranged marriage with the Lu family just for profit. Hearing this, Lin Chong asked who she really was. Wen Yan took off her mask, leaving him frozen because he thought the person standing in front of him was cdrama. At first, he breathed a sigh of relief, thinking his daughter was just Jin Shan. But Wen Yan coldly said she was never treated like his daughter, only like a tool to be used. She declared she would make sure he went to prison for everything he did. Hearing that, Lin Chong threatened her, saying the Lu family would be coming for her soon too. But Wen Yan wasn't scared at all. She said that when they came, she would tell them he was the mastermind behind everything. Lin Chong couldn't believe the person who ruined his relationship with Lu Jian was his own daughter. Just then, Ding Xiao showed up. Lin Chong handed him a recording pen and said, "I didn't expect this girl to be Jin Shan." He said that since she had ruined the reputation of both families, he would have to sacrifice her for the greater good. But contrary to what he expected, as soon as Ding Xiao took the recorder, he threw it on the ground and crushed it in front of everyone. Ding Xiao's move left Lin Chong totally confused about what he was trying to do. Ding Xiao coldly told him that instead of teaching him how to work, he should worry about cleaning up his own mess. He told him to get his people out of there while he was still being somewhat respectful. Even though Lin Chong was furious, he couldn't do anything and had to leave with his men. Right after that, Ding Xiao and Wen Yan went to the beach. Wen Yan thanked him for helping her out and asked how much he knew about the land reclamation at Hard Island. Ding Xiao admitted he only found out the truth after coming back to take over the company. Hearing this, Wen Yan asked if he blamed her for hurting Lu Zhou's interests. But Ding Xiao said he had no reason to blame her because the group's profit shouldn't be built on stepping over others. Wen Yan then explained she only posted the video and wasn't the original whistleblower. Ding Xiao replied, "Maybe the whistleblower is someone just like you, someone who just wants the truth to come out." Hearing that, Wen Yan couldn't help but ask, "If I wasn't cdrama, what would our relationship be like right now?" Ding Xiao said that if that were the case, he wouldn't have to feel so guilty anymore and could stand by her side openly. Hearing those words, Wen Yan admitted she really wasn't cdrama. But what surprised her even more was that Ding Xiao had actually known who she was for a long time. Then, he leaned down and kissed her. They both got lost in the sweet kiss, letting all their bottled-up emotions finally come out. When he took her back to the studio, Ding Xiao had to leave immediately to handle some business. Auntie Hui saw Wen Yan smiling happily and knew right away she was in love. Auntie Hui asked what she planned to do since the studio was destroyed, and she said she'd just find another place to move. Before leaving, Wen Yan thanked Auntie Hui for taking care of her and telling her so many stories about Hard Island. Auntie Hui said she wanted to go back to the island one more time with her, and Wen Yan agreed. When they returned to the island, Auntie Hui told her that the village chief's daughter got pregnant by Lin Chong after he abandoned her. The girl went to the city to find him, but found out he had been married for a long time. The chief tried to report him, but Lu Jian used his connections to bury the story, and that baby was cdrama. Just then, Wen Yan noticed construction was still going on nearby. She told Auntie Hui to go home first while she secretly checked it out. To her surprise, the person in charge was Dabai. Just as she took out her phone to take a photo, she was caught and held by his men. Right then, Ding Xiao showed up. Wen Yan realized that he was the one who ordered the illegal construction to continue, and Dabai worked for him. Disappointed, she wanted to leave right away. But Dabai explained that Ding Xiao did it on purpose to blow the whistle on the illegal construction even more, so the Hard Island project could never continue. Only then did Wen Yan realize that the person behind the report on the illegal land reclamation was actually Ding Xiao. He had started planning this since he was still abroad. He was the one who pushed the small shareholders to pull their money out. Even the Lu family party before was part of the plan to get rid of Su Lin's siblings, slowly take control, and make Lu Jian pay for all his past crimes. Once the illegal construction was fully exposed, Lu Jian wouldn't be able to cover it up anymore. That was the only way Ding Xiao could take down Lu Jian and Su Lin to get revenge for his mother. Then Ding Xiao told Wen Yan he knew she joined the Lu family to investigate Hard Island, but he wanted her to promise not to put herself in danger again. Since they both had the same goal, he could help her. Hearing those words, Wen Yan finally nodded and reached out to hug him. The police suddenly showed up at the Lu house, making Su Lin collapse in fear. When she was taken to the new office, Xiaoqing suddenly remembered the bar they went to the other night. Hearing that, Wen Yan said she remembered someone named Xiao Ding in the crowd that day. Back then, she even thought it was Ding Xiao. Hearing this, Ding Xiao immediately brushed it off and told her to go up and check out the new office layout. Wen Yan and Xiaoqing followed him upstairs. Meanwhile, Lu Jian told the police that Lin Chong was in charge of everything and claimed he only just found out about the illegal construction. Walking into the office, Xiao Qing was excited to find out Dubai was still single. But what overwhelmed her even more was the massive and grand office. Through Dubai, Wen Yan learned that this place was actually Ding Xiao's private property. Ding Xiao said his office was right outside, and he could only feel at peace if she stayed there. Seeing the stuffed elephants in the room, Wen Yan looked delighted. So Ding Xiao asked why her account logo and video background both had elephants. Wen Yan softly said that elephants live in herds and value family a lot. Since she grew up in an orphanage, she would ask for a pink stuffed elephant every birthday to treat as her family. Hearing that, Ding Xiao walked over, pulled her into his arms, and promised he wouldn't let her be lonely anymore. Those words touched Wen Yan so much her eyes teared up. She even felt like Ding Xiao was just like an elephant. Ding Xiao laughed and said Wen Yan was also like a smart and sharp little elephant. Sitting in the car, Wen Yan congratulated Ding Xiao on getting one step closer to becoming the head of Lu Zhou Group. Then she told him to let her go inside first and wait a bit before he came in. Ding Xiao teased her, asking if she was afraid people would see the brother-in-law and sister-in-law as a perfect match. But when she walked in, she was surprised to find that Lu Jian hadn't been arrested yet. Su Lin immediately came up and asked why she hadn't said a word to the family when such a huge thing happened. From Lu Jian, Wen Yan learned the police were investigating Lin Chang, who had tried to flee with his family but died in an unexpected accident on the way. Su Lin said that since her parents were gone, she now had to handle all the funeral arrangements. Lu Jian also spoke up, saying Lin Hai Group was a massive empire that many people would eye, but she should rest assured because he would help her manage the situation. Su Lin even said she would call Ding Yu back to keep her company, and she could order him around however she wanted. Too shocked by everything, Wen Yan just stayed quiet and went straight to her room. But just then, she accidentally overheard Su Lin telling Lu Jian that if it wasn't for cdrama's shares, she would never pamper a stepdaughter like that. She would keep sweet-talking her later just to keep those benefits. Hearing those words, Wen Yan realized Lin Chang was truly too stupid to let Lu Jian set him up to the point of losing his life. Su Lin then suspected that since Ding Xiao returned, the group had faced constant trouble, from internal issues to the illegal construction on Heart Island, all of which seemed to be linked to him. Hearing that, Lu Jian just muttered thoughtfully that he hoped he was overthinking it, because if Ding Xiao really was behind it all, he would sacrifice his own kin for the greater good. Hearing that, Wen Yan immediately texted cdrama to let her know Lin Chang had passed away. Just then, Ding Xiao came to Wan Yan's room because he was worried about her. Wan Yan sadly said that Lin Chang was healthy and making a scene during the day, yet he was gone by nightfall, and she didn't know if cdrama would return. Ding Xiao said that since today's news had spread everywhere, cdrama surely knew and would make her own choice. Wan Yan thought that no matter how bad a father Lin Chang was, cdrama would definitely come back to see him one last time. Ding Xiao just gently told her not to overthink it and went back to his room to rest. But Wen Yan couldn't sleep at all that night. She remembered the time she was constantly bullied and called a bastard or a brat with no upbringing. The next morning, cdrama really did come back to say her final goodbye to Lin Chang. Wen Yan asked if she wanted to swap places back, since Lin Hai Group was waiting for her to inherit it, but cdrama shook her head and refused. Right after that, Wen Yan got a piece of shocking news. She was also Lin Chang's biological daughter and cdrama's twin sister. cdrama said she hadn't dared to tell the truth before because she was afraid Wen Yan would go looking for Lin Chang and end up being used and hurt by him. Ever since she first met Wen Yan, she had immediately gone back to the clinic on Heart Island to investigate and finally found out their mother really had twins that year. Seeing the photo of the two tiny newborns lying next to each other, Wen Yan finally believed they were truly sisters. She then asked where their mother was now. cdrama sadly said she probably passed away a long time ago because no mother would be totally indifferent to her own children for over 20 years. But she also said it seemed like Lin Chang had no idea Wen Yan even existed. If Wen Yan wanted to find out her true identity, she had to stay and help her because only by becoming the chair of Lin Hai Group could she get closer to the truth. Hearing that, Wen Yan finally agreed to take cdrama's place and hold on to Lin Hai Group. Just as she saw the Lin family people approaching, cdrama quickly left. Right after, a lawyer came out to announce all the assets under Lin Chang's name. Since he didn't leave a will, by law, his only daughter, cdrama, would be the primary heir and inherit everything. Hearing that, Lin Chang's relatives immediately demanded that Wen Yan split the assets, arguing they had served the Lin family for years and couldn't be left empty-handed. Wen Yan coldly replied, "You always say we're family, but when I was being neglected and pushed aside at the Lin house, none of you stood up for me. None of you cared whether I lived or died when I was forced to marry into the Lu family." Those greedy people then pretended to say they didn't want to steal the inheritance, they just hoped she would share a small part. But Wen Yan said Lin Chang's body wasn't even cold yet, and they were already rushing in to fight over his estate. Didn't they fear karma? Seeing she wouldn't back down, those people immediately started calling Wen Yan cold-blooded and greedy. Right when the tension was at its peak, Yu Ting suddenly showed up and warmly called Ding Xiao Sr. Yu Ting is the daughter of Lin Chang's older brother. She had just returned from a business trip abroad and told Wen Yan to stay strong. Seeing this, the father and the other aunts and uncles started making a scene, claiming Wen Yan wanted to hog all the assets and forcing Yu Ting to settle the matter. Yu Ting immediately acted fair, saying that making such a mess only made the Lin family look like a joke. She also stated that Lin Hai Group didn't belong to any one person, and the new chairman's position still had to wait for the board's vote. Seeing that calculating look, Wan Yen still agreed, but in her heart, she was determined to win control of Lin Hai to continue her investigation. The next day, Wan Yen dressed up, pinned on an elephant badge with a hidden camera, and confidently walked into Lin Hai Group. As soon as she entered the meeting room, she saw Yu Ting sitting smugly in the chairman's seat. Dai Jun saw her and mocked that it didn't matter if she showed up or not since the company had Yu Ting to hold things up. Wan Yen immediately shot back that she was the largest shareholder and the new chair, so it would be crazy if she didn't show up. Another executive looked down on her, calling her just a housewife with no degree and not enough talent to run the company. Hearing that, Wan Yen directly exposed that Dai Jun once had massive gambling debts and then inflated a project budget in the South by $30 million to pocket the money. She also called out that boss's son for blatantly skipping the bidding process to take over the construction project for Lin Hai's new office. Seeing things getting out of control, Yu Ting tried to tell everyone to calm down, but Wan Yen coldly replied that if she didn't speak clearly, these parasites wouldn't be able to sit here peacefully anymore. It turned out that the night before, Ding Xiao had given her all the evidence. Yu Ting shifted the focus back to Heart Island being stalled, arguing that just fixing internal issues wouldn't save the company. Wan Yen immediately announced she could bring in $2 billion in investment from Luzhou Group. The whole room laughed in mockery, but just then, Ding Xiao appeared and confirmed everything she said was true. Yu Ting then asked what they would do if Heart Island was still suspended. Assistant Jiang then announced that Luzhou had settled all the issues, and Heart Island could resume construction at any time. It turned out that Lin Chang's death had caused the investigation team to shift their focus, giving Lu Jian a chance to pay the fine and continue the project. Knowing his plan hadn't pulled Lu Jian down yet, Ding Xiao couldn't help but feel some regret. Right after, Ding Xiao announced that Luzhou Group fully supported Wan Yen becoming the chair of Lin Hai. Yu Ting was so mad she gritted her teeth, but she still had to reluctantly clap and congratulate her. Meanwhile, Wan Yen knew the real war was just beginning. That evening at the celebration party, Yu Ting pretended to be kind and reminded Wan Yen to stay calm when she went on stage to speak. Right then, someone intentionally spilled cake on her shoes. Yu Ting immediately apologized and said she had a pair of limited edition shoes in her car that she could change into. At first, Wan Yen didn't want to take them, but Yu Ting pointed out that her every move represented Lin Hai and she couldn't wear dirty shoes on stage. Wan Yen finally agreed to change. However, as soon as she stepped onto the podium, the heel suddenly snapped. Under everyone's mocking gazes, Wan Yen calmly took off the shoes and walked onto the stage barefoot. She announced that these shoes were meant to tell her to back down, but it only made her want to move forward more. After saying that, she threw the shoes away and declared she would face all the monsters and demons together with everyone to lead Lin Hai Group toward a brighter future. Those words left Yu Ting fuming but unable to argue. After the speech ended, Wan Yen was about to look for Ding Xiao when Yu Ting proactively went to talk to him. She said that now that Ji Er had become the chair of Lin Hai, Ding Yu would be like a tiger with wings. Ding Xiao just casually replied that Ding Yu's mind was never on work. Wan Yen sneaked closer to listen to their conversation. Yu Ting suddenly mentioned the name Xiao Ding, saying that if you read Ding Xiao's name backward, it sounded a lot like a mysterious new figure in the financial world. Everyone was guessing if he was actually Xiao Ding. Ding Xiao denied it immediately, but when he accidentally mentioned he already had someone in his heart, Yu Ting curiously asked more. Ding Xiao couldn't hide his gentle gaze as he said the girl was a blogger who was smart, beautiful, and always strong. In his heart, she was the most wonderful person. Hearing him describe her like that, Wan Yen couldn't help but smile and walked out, pointedly saying that maybe the big brother liked investigative bloggers way more than people who only knew how to play dirty tricks. Hearing that, Yu Ting could only make an excuse to go see other guests and left, leaving Wan Yen and Ding Xiao looking at each other and laughing. The next day, Dabai brought new news about Wan Yen's biological mother. He said he found her name was Wen Hui, but he hadn't found her specific address yet, though people on Heart Island would surely know about her. Hearing that, Wan Yen immediately went to Heart Island to ask around. Unexpectedly, she ran into Ji Er there, also looking for their mother. Ji Er said the islanders told her Wen Hui only came back once in a while, so no one knew where she lived. Then Ji Er mentioned seeing Wan Yen dancing with Ding Xiao at the bar before. She said when Ding Yu showed up, the two of them left immediately, making Wan Yen finally understand why Ding Xiao had pulled her away and ran that day. Ji Er also tearfully shared that when she was little, she really loved to dance, but then Lin Chang turned her into a gift to trade for profit in order to ally with the Lu family. For all those years, she was just like a hostage, a decoration, and a place for others to vent their anger. Because she hated everything, she reached out to Wan Yen, hoping her younger sister could help her tear it all down. Wan Yen comforted her, saying it was all in the past, and Lin Chang had finally paid the price for what he did. Then she pulled Ji Er to dance by the beach, wanting all the troubles to be carried away by the wind. No one expected that Annie Hui was actually the biological mother of Wan Yen and Ji Er. When she saw her two daughters coming for her, she immediately turned and ran, too afraid to face them. On the other side, Ding Xiao still felt suspicious about how the project permit was approved so quickly. Just then, he got news that the Lin family car accident wasn't an accident at all, someone was behind it. Ding Xiao immediately went to find Wen Yan and told her the truth. Hearing the news, Wen Yan was totally shocked and even worried the person who did it was Ji Er. Ding Xiao gently reassured her that the police had started investigating and the truth would come out sooner or later. While the two of them were hugging to comfort each other, Yu Ting came back because she thought the brother-in-law and sister-in-law were having an affair. The photos of Wan Yan hugging Ding Xiao were sent to Lu Jian, making him suspect their relationship wasn't as simple as they claimed. He also brought up rumors that Ding Xiao was behind the Heart Island whistleblowing, but Ding Xiao insisted he was being framed since he had just taken over the group. Finally, Lu Jian felt somewhat relieved and mentioned he would meet a big shot tomorrow to settle the trouble at Heart Island. As soon as they went downstairs, Ding Xiao told Dabai to investigate how Heart Island got a building permit in the first place. Yu Ting heard Wan Yan and Ding Xiao making plans at a spa, so she immediately suspected they were having an affair. Wanting to expose them, she texted Ding Yu to come to the spa. However, inside the spa room, Wan Yan was just relaxing with Xiao Qing. Outside, Ding Yu angrily stormed toward the dressing room, but when he saw Wan Yan was only with another woman, he immediately felt like a fool. He even thought she was already pitiful enough being an orphan and felt bad for doubting her. At the same time, Lu Jian and Su Lin were in the car when they saw Ding Xiao and Bai enter his office through the camera. He immediately called Ding Xiao, but Ding Xiao just hung up on him. In the bathtub, Xiao Qing was totally relaxed and suddenly asked Wan Yan if it was okay to ask Dabai out for dinner. Wan Yan happily supported her, but right as she stepped out, she was suddenly kidnapped. On the other side, Ding Xiao was trying to crack the password on Lu Jian's computer when he suddenly received a photo of Wan Yan tied up, and he froze. Dabai advised him to stay calm because AI face swapping is very common now. Right then, Wang Zhu called to threaten Ding Xiao, forcing him to do what he said. Hearing his tone, Ding Xiao immediately knew Lu Jian was the one behind it. Wang Zhu didn't beat around the bush and told Ding Xiao to stop everything, leave Lu Zhou group, and go back abroad, or he would kill Wen Yan, so Ding Xiao would never see her again. Ding Xiao demanded to speak with Wen Yan. Wang Zhu handed her the phone and tried to force her to speak, but Wen Yan gritted her teeth and stayed silent, refusing to say a word. Right then, Dabai got a text from Xiao Qing saying she was at the spa with Wen Yan. He immediately called Xiao Qing to confirm. Xiao Qing rushed to the treatment room and saw someone she thought was Wen Yan still inside, so she reported back to Dabai. Believing he was being played, Ding Xiao coldly told Wang Zhu to stop these stupid games, saying it was naive to think a fake photo could force him out of the group. He insisted he would never back down from Lu Zhou. Hearing that, Wang Zhu put a knife to Wan Yan's throat to threaten him. Since Ding Xiao thought it was a fake, he coldly challenged him, saying if he wanted to stab her, then go ahead. Those words broke Wan Yan's heart, while Wang Zhu was furious that he couldn't find Ding Xiao's weakness. Ding Xiao continued to claim Wan Yan wasn't his person and he never loved her, so using her to threaten him was just stupid. Hearing that, Wan Yan could only shed bitter tears, while Wang Zhu was so angry he really wanted to kill her. Meanwhile, Ding Xiao managed to get the files from Lu Jian's computer. He found out the construction permit was issued without spending a single cent. Clearly, someone had forged the documents, but when he scrolled down and saw the name at the bottom, he was stunned. When he got home to see Wen Yan, Ding Xiao rushed over to ask if she met anyone strange today. Wan Yan replied coldly, even mocking him by asking if he was hoping she'd be kidnapped, but then she just said she was tired and wanted to go to her room. He noticed her hand was injured and asked about it with concern, but Wen Yan just said she accidentally fell. When he saw the wound on her neck, Ding Xiao became even more anxious, but Wen Yan suddenly slapped him and said, "Don't worry, I'll never let anyone use me to threaten you again." After saying that, she walked away. Ding Xiao immediately called Dabai to investigate everything that happened at the spa without missing a single detail. Alone in her room, Wan Yan painfully remembered that when Wang Zhu was about to kill her, the person who showed up to save her was Ding Yu, not Ding Xiao. Right then, Ding Yu brought some medicine to help with her hand. He said Yu Ting had texted him saying she was at the spa with another man, so he followed her and saw her being forced into a car. Wan Yan asked why he risked his life to save her. Ding Yu admitted he had done many wrong things before, but from now on, he wouldn't let her get hurt again. He also said Zhao only wanted his money, and they were completely over. Then he asked for Wan Yan's forgiveness and promised to protect her. It turned out that earlier, Ding Yu had overheard everything between Wan Yan and Ding Xiao, so he was even more determined not to let Ding Xiao take her away. After checking the CCTV and confirming Wan Yan really was kidnapped, Ding Xiao was beyond furious and finally understood why she was so cold to him. He took Assistant Jiang to find Wang Zhu and started beating him up the moment they met for daring to touch Wan Yan. Wang Zhu still tried to use Lu Jian's name to threaten him, but Ding Xiao just coldly told him to tell Lu Jian not to do anything reckless again. Then, Ding Xiao questioned Assistant Jiang for leaking Wan Yan's location to Lu Jian. Even though she explained her family was being threatened, he fired her immediately, saying everyone has their own struggles, but once you choose to betray, you have to face the consequences. When Wan Yan was standing alone looking lost, Ding Xiao brought some medicine to apply for her, but she refused. He explained he thought he was being tricked, which is why he said those cruel things, but Wan Yan didn't want to hear it. She felt that whether it was real or fake, they belonged to different worlds, and if they couldn't be honest with each other, they should end it here. But Ding Xiao refused to let go and hugged her tight. Right then, Ding Yu showed up and punched Ding Xiao in the face, thinking he was stealing his wife. Ding Xiao coldly shot back that Wen Yan was never his wife, and that Ding Yu had known for a long time she wasn't cdrama. Ding Yu admitted that in front of Wen Yan, but insisted his feelings for her were real. Seeing the two of them fighting over her to the point of losing control, Wen Yan just walked away in exhaustion, leaving the two men in a tense standoff over who she belonged to. In the following days, Ding Yu constantly prepared breakfast, gave her flowers, and tried to win Wen Yan over, but she coldly rejected him every time. When Ding Yu came to pick her up after work, Wen Yan reminded him he already had a wife, cdrama. But Ding Yu said that marriage was never about love, and he was even willing to sign the divorce papers just to pursue her. Even so, Wen Yan still firmly said no. Right after that, Wen Yan went back to the Lu house to pack her clothes and quietly left, only leaving a letter on the table. Yu Ting secretly followed Wen Yan to her office and accidentally overheard that she had discovered Lu Jian and Lin Chong forged the certificates for the Heart Island project. As the CEO of Lin Hai, Wen Yan decided to call a board meeting and use her Jin Shan account to go public with the whole truth. Hearing that, Yu Ting finally found out her real identity and secretly recorded it, intending to suck up to Lu Jian to get the CEO position. While Wen Yan was talking to Xiao Qing, Debai brought some late-night snacks over. Debai accidentally mentioned that 2 days ago, they received a threatening call saying Wen Yan was kidnapped, and the person even sent a fake AI photo that looked real. Luckily, he called Xiao Qing in time to confirm Wen Yan was safe, so he didn't fall for the trick. Hearing this, Wen Yan was stunned and burst into tears, realizing she had misjudged Ding Xiao. Meanwhile, Yu Ting gave the recording to Lu Jian and told him his current daughter-in-law wasn't cdrama but Wen Yan, who was also Jin Shan. She also claimed Ding Xiao had known Wen Yan's real identity for a long time, and they were working together to take over. Yu Ting then started flirting with Lu Jian, promising that if he helped her get the CEO position at Lin Hai back, she would make sure Lin Hai and him were on the same side. Tempted by this, Lu Jian agreed. Su Lin caught her husband cheating with Yu Ting and was furious, but Yu Ting mocked her, saying she was old and should go to a nursing home instead of blocking young people's way. Lu Jian realized Wen Yan was going to fight him to the end, so he decided not to hold back anymore. As Wen Yan left the company, she didn't know Wang Zhu was already waiting in the car. At the Lu house, Ding Xiao went looking for Wen Yan, but she only left a strange series of numbers on the table. He quickly realized it was a music code, deciphered it, and rushed to find her. Wen Yan woke up in a dark, sealed room with no light, and fear made her huddle in the corner against the wall. After finding out she wasn't at the office, Ding Xiao went crazy searching everywhere. Every memory of her flooded back, making him terrified of losing her forever. When he returned, Su Lin unexpectedly revealed Wen Yan's location. She said behind the wall was Lu Jian's secret prison, but it was very dangerous and he might not come back. Even so, Ding Xiao jumped into the basement without hesitation, leaving Su Lin feeling bitter about her own life being betrayed by Lu Jian. In the basement, Ding Xiao found Wen Yan's brooch and unlocked a steel cabinet, finding her locked inside. He rushed to hug her, blaming himself for not protecting her. Wen Yan cried, knowing he would come for her, and Ding Xiao was relieved they could meet again. Before leaving, Wen Yan mentioned a strange sound she heard for days. Ding Xiao followed the sound to another room and found a man cursing at Lu Jian. Looking closely, he was shocked to see it was his uncle, Fang Yuan. After taking him back to his room, Ding Xiao learned that years ago, Lu Jian tricked his mother using fake kindness. After they married, she used all her family's resources to help him start his business, but she was tricked into signing fake papers to legalize the Heart Island project. Lu Jian used her signature to force her to keep taking money from her family for him. When Ding Xiao's grandfather found out, he had a heart attack and died. His mother, guilt-ridden and seeing her husband bring his old flame home, eventually took her own life. Fang Yuan wanted to expose Lu Jian's crimes, but was imprisoned for over 10 years. After going out to meet Wen Yan, Ding Xiao asked if the truth would ruin their loved ones' reputations. Would she still push for it? He said his mother and grandfather were tricked into signing fake documents. If it came to light, their names would be ruined too. Wen Yan chose to stand by him, promising to always stay by his side no matter what he decided. After finding out Wen Yan escaped, Lu Jian questioned Su Lin if she dared to betray him. Su Lin remembered how he had abandoned their love to climb the social ladder. Lu Jian argued that if he hadn't married Fang Xian, they wouldn't have this wealthy life. When confronted about Yu Ting, he warned his wife not to think that letting them out could bring him down. While working, Wen Yan reviewed the documents Debai found about her mother and discovered an ID copy with Auntie Hui's photo. She cried, not realizing the mother she searched for all these years had been taking care of her. Then Wen Yan and Ji Er went to meet her and happened to see a film about a mermaid living in a beautiful pearl bay. One day, the mermaid saved a merchant. He told her about the big world outside, and she fell for him. Out of love, she took him to Pearl Bay to meet the Sea King, and the merchant promised to bring pearls to the land for everyone to see. Once he got what he wanted, the merchant showed his true colors. He wasn't a traveler in trouble, but a predator. Back on land, he teamed up with a greedy lord to take over the bay and heartlessly abandon the pregnant mermaid. The Sea King got sick from grief, and the merchant stole the newborn girl because he was afraid of revenge. But he didn't know there was another daughter. To protect the other child, The mermaid quietly sent her to a safe place and watched her 2 children grow from afar. The film ended as Wen Hui burst into tears and hugged Wen Yan tight. Outside, Ding Xiao congratulated her on finally finding her mother. Wen Yan smiled and said from now on, he wouldn't be lonely either because she would be his family. Just then, fireworks lit up the sky, and Ding Xiao gently kissed her as a thank you for staying with him. Later, Wen Yan showed the investigation results of Lin Chang's accident to her mother and Ji-er. Looking at the scene photos, Ji-er noticed Lin Chang's watch was missing. Ding Xiao remembered seeing Wang Zhu wearing that exact watch. At the same time, Wang Zhu panicked and told Lu Jian that Ding Xiao and Wen Yan were still investigating the accident. Afraid of being exposed, Lu Jian decided to silence them forever. After putting the evidence together, Ji-er realized Lu Jian used the accident to wipe out the Lin family, only keeping an easy-to-control daughter-in-law to take over Lin Hai Group. She worried Wen Yan would be in danger if she kept investigating. But Wen Yan didn't want to let the villain get away because of fear. Knowing she couldn't stop her sister, Ji-er quietly gave her a glass of water to rest. When Ding Xiao took Wen Yan home, he suddenly found a bomb under the car. He screamed her name, but the bomb exploded right in front of him. Returning to the Lu house out of control, Ding Xiao rushed to hit Lu Jian to get justice for his mother and Wen Yan, who was fighting for her life in the hospital. But Lu Jian coldly warned his son not to bring trouble upon himself. At the press conference for Heart Island, Lu Jian announced Ding Xiao's removal as chairman and said Lin Hai Group would have a new leader to work with Lu Zhou and turn Heart Island into an international project. But right at that moment, a familiar expose video suddenly played on the big screen, and Wen Yan appeared directly on a live stream to publicly reveal her identity as the blogger Jin Shan. It turned out Ji-er had secretly drugged her sister's water so she could face the danger herself because she didn't want Wen Yan to keep risking her life anymore. On the live stream, Wen Yan announced she would expose every single crime behind Heart Island. She publicly called out Lu Jian for forging the island's development papers, the illegal land reclamation, the murder of Lin Chang's family, and the bomb plot to kill her. Lu Jian panicked and ordered his men to grab her, but Abai and Ding Xiao's former assistant blocked everyone outside. Right after that, Ding Xiao also appeared on the live stream as Lu Jian's eldest son. He accused his own father of tricking his mother into signing fake documents to illegally take over the island, which indirectly caused the deaths of his grandfather and his mother. Not only that, Lu Jian had imprisoned his own brother-in-law for over 10 years in a secret basement. Wen Yan said that even though Ding Xiao's mother unintentionally helped him, she was ultimately just another one of his victims. To hide his crimes, Lu Jian staged the accident that killed the entire Lin family and kept trying to silence people to cover his tracks. Ding Xiao then went public with all the forged documents and Wang Zhu's testimony about everything he had done for Lu Jian. He announced that once the live stream ended, he would hand over all the evidence to the police. Finally, Wen Yan showed everyone the secret basement where Lu Jian locked up anyone who tried to blow the whistle on him. Furious, Lu Jian rushed home and started hitting and cursing at Ding Xiao. When Yuting spoke up with a sarcastic remark, Su Lin immediately slapped her to remind her that a homewrecker has no right to interfere in their family business. Ding Yu had to hold back his out-of-control father, while Wen Yan continued to livestream Lu Jian's mental breakdown for the whole world to see. After that shocking exposure, blogger Jin Shan was honored by the community. Bai also thanked Wen Yan for helping him get back his lost investment, and he finally worked up the courage to ask Xiaoqing to a concert. Sometime later, Ji-er and Ding Yu got a peaceful divorce. Su Lin turned herself in and received a suspended sentence, then left to start her life over with her son. As for Ding Xiao, he took over Lu Zhou Group and started a project to restore Heart Island's ecosystem, tearing down all the illegal buildings to bring back its original beauty. Ji-er finally found herself again. Ding Yu also found a new direction for his life. As for Ding Xiao and Wen Yan, after everything they went through, they finally found the love of their lives. So from now on, they'll never feel lonely in this big world again.